First, our Foreign Investigates team is exposing a big problem in our state's capital city. For more than a month, city workers in Santa Fe have been barred from performing any electrical or maintenance work on city property. And this stems from a deadly workplace accident earlier this year at the Santa Fe Convention Center. And tonight, foreign investigator Nathan O'Neill is asking some tough questions.
I got a call on my cell phone. There had been an accident. The city was not even close to having a safe workplace.
In my eyes, there's no excuses.
As far as we were concerned, it was a blanket directive. We should do no electrical and mechanical maintenance work across the city.
The city of Santa Fe is at a standstill, unable to do any basic maintenance or electrical work at city parks, libraries, or even buildings. But to understand why, we have to start at the beginning. In an untouched corner of this Santa Fe home,
and this is another one of Toby.
A heartbreaking sight.
I would describe him as just a bright spirit.
Peering into an empty room, these parents are left with only memories of their son.
He really cared about history and how you got at history.
Toby Williams was just 27 years old when he died. His father Neil tells us he was working for the city of Santa Fe at the convention center to pay down his student loans. After 8 months on the job, something went wrong. According to a police report, on April 1st, Toby was fixing a lighting fixture at the convention center when he was electrocuted.
We lost the future with him, and it was unnecessary. And I don't want it to happen to other families just because their loved one happens to work in a workplace that doesn't take the care it needs to.
An investigation was quietly launched by the New Mexico Construction Industries Division. Now, Acting Director Martin Romero is taking unprecedented action against the city of Santa Fe. But how did this happen? Well, it turns out, according to the state, Toby was not licensed to do that kind of work here at the convention center, and neither were his supervisors.
There was literally no one in charge. There was literally no one licensed, providing the required supervision and training, being physically present on site as required by law.
How could you be so careless with something so precious?
Foreign Investigates obtained a copy of this cease-and-desist order, which demands the city of Santa Fe stop all construction work at the convention center and all other city properties. That includes everything from libraries to city buildings to traffic lights.
At the end of the day, it's not about punishing the city. It's about them following the rules and laws. This is life safety. This protects people. This work has to be done under the supervision of a journeyman so we don't have fatalities.
The investigation reveals unlicensed city workers were performing electrical, mechanical, and plumbing work, which is against the law. But the question remains, why wasn't this caught earlier? And who at the city of Santa Fe ordered Toby, someone without a license or any experience, to do complicated electrical work? Do you think there needs to be some sort of change to hold people accountable, hold these governmental agencies more accountable?
There could perhaps be some changes that, we need to look at and we are looking at. But again, it's an honor system where you jot this stuff down. However, our inspectors do come in and do periodic audits of that ledger of the scope of work that's being done.
We wanted to speak to the Santa Fe city manager to get answers. Instead, we were referred to the Public Works Director, Regina Wheeler. How is it that someone who is not a licensed electrician or a licensed journeyman sent in to do that kind of work?
There is an ongoing investigation, is my understanding about that, so it's probably best that we not even make conjecture.
Aside from suspending all maintenance and electrical work, the state is now demanding the city of Santa Fe provide a detailed records audit, including worker qualifications and assignments. The state is also mandating additional training for city workers and will place the city on probation for at least a year.
If there's anything that comes out of that that's positive, it's that we all take a look and make sure that that doesn't happen again and that all of our workers are safe.
As for Toby's parents, while their pain is still very raw, they're not giving up their search for answers.
I'd ask the people who employed my son and directed him and managed his work, just to honestly admit that the city was not even close to having a safe workplace, not just for Toby, but according to the regulators, the entire city workforce.
The state confirms there is an ongoing criminal investigation into this matter. As for the city of Santa Fe, I'm told that moving forward, no city workers will be asked to do construction work at the convention center. Instead, it'll be contracted out to licensed professional contractors. I'm Nathan O'Neill for Investigates.